the fact of the #1 draft pick, has that sunk in yet too? Or is that still living on a dream?
No, I don't think so, and I don't think it'll necessarily sit in until like I leave and head out there, but right now I'm just trying to focus on our game on Friday and the rest of the season and finishing out Big Ten strong and just trying to make that the priority. So I'm honestly not really thinking about it very much and just trying to focus on the rest of the season.
How weird was that to get drafted in like the middle of your season when you still have like more to work for here, but you still have to like think about the future like at the same time?
Yeah, it's definitely a weird balance. On one side, it's nice because it's kind of like, okay, I don't have to worry about that, and now it's kind of like I know where I'm going. And then on the flip side, it is kind of weird because it's like, okay, I'm drafted, but I'm still here and still have a few weeks left. So it kind of depends on the way that you look at it. I think it's nice to not have to worry about it and be able to focus on the end of season, but it is definitely a little bit weird. But like I said, I'm just trying to focus on, and I think the other girls that got drafted as well would agree that we're just trying to focus on the end of this season and making sure we accomplish what we want to accomplish this season.
Despite that focus, one more question. It's weird to have professional options. Like, you could have gone a number of places. What about the PVF attracted you to that? What do you like about what they're offering?
Yeah, I think they're just doing a lot of really cool things for pro volleyball, and like they just signed a TV deal with CBS, and they're really just pushing it forward. And I also liked that I could be close to home, and whereas like going overseas, that's really far away. So just having the opportunity to play pro volleyball in America is awesome. And I don't know, just everyone in PVF that I've had the chance to talk to has been so kind and so outgoing and so welcoming, and I just really liked that, and it was really attractive to me. So I don't know, just having the opportunity to be in America honestly is huge, because if I still had to go overseas, I don't know that I would continue playing. It's a whole different world when you're having to go travel all the way around the globe. So
in some of these road matches this year, there have been like a lot of Nebraska fans. Like when you win a point or you win a set, like you'd think you were the home team. What's it been like to experience these road arenas where there's lots of people there to watch you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge advantage for us. Like you said, a lot of them feel like home matches for us, and that doesn't happen really anywhere. I don't know what sport that happens in, like football, basketball, that's not happening. Volleyball, I would say we're probably the only team that has that, and so it's a huge advantage for us just because it does create more of a home court advantage, although it's not our home court, which people in sports don't really understand how much of an advantage it is to have fans and to be playing on your home court. So for us to have that advantage, whether it's only 1 or 2 points a match, like that's huge for us. And so, I mean, it's awesome, and we love the support, and we always know Husker Nation is going to show out. I think some of them we've been kind of surprised, like Oregon and Washington, we were pretty surprised. We didn't know there were that many Husker fans over there. And so it's been awesome just to see everyone show up and come out. But I think it does create more of a home court advantage for us, even on the away trips.
With the end of the season so near, with like postseason coming up, how are you guys staying focused on these next 2 away games?
Yeah, I mean, I think we know that to get there, we have to win these 2 games, and to be in the position that we want to be in going into postseason, we have to win these 2 games, and so I think that's a big motivator for us. And obviously Big Ten isn't clinched yet, so that's obviously a huge motivator for us to be locked in and making sure that we're taking care of business this weekend.
What do you remember about playing at Rec Hall last year?
It was my favorite match of probably if not my favorite, probably one of the favorite matches of my entire college career. And just, I mean, it's a rowdy environment, and we know it's going to be that way. And so I think that kind of fuels a lot of our fires. And when they start coming at us, we're like, okay, say something else, And so it's a rowdy place, but we're excited to be back there. And we know they're a great team, and we're going to have to bring our A game. And being down 0-2 last year I think that was obviously a really fun match, but it'll also prepare us a little bit more this year going in there and really knowing what to expect, but also knowing that, like, if we do get into that position again, we've pulled out of it before, and so we'll have a little bit of confidence from that aspect. But like I said, they're a great team, and it's a really tough place to play, so we'll definitely have to bring our A game.
What will it be like seeing Carolina and Maggie across the net in that environment?
I think it'll be weird. It'll definitely be weird just to see them on the other side of the net, but I mean, we have so much love for both of them, and I know all of us are super excited just to see them and talk to them and see how they're doing and things like that. And a lot of people still keep in touch when we can. Obviously, it's hard when we're in season, but so it'll definitely be weird seeing them in a Penn State jersey, but I think we're all excited just to see them and how well they're doing, and we'll all be really, really happy for them.
What's it like to be on the team that people want to come watch, whether it's in Michigan or whether it's in Washington? Like, they want to come see Nebraska. What's that like as a player?
Yeah, it's hard to put into words. It's so special that that's even the position that we're in, but I think you have to give a lot of credit to everyone that came before us. Like, that's not simply just because of the 14 girls on the team right now. Like, there's so many players and coaches that put so much time and effort and energy into this program and the culture of this program to ultimately allow us to be in the position to be the team that people are coming to see. And so, I mean, huge shout out to all of the girls that came before us, because they didn't necessarily have that, and without them, like, we wouldn't be in that position. So, I mean, it's a huge testament to all of the girls and coaches that came before us, but for us, I think it's so special and surreal just to be in that position. You see that all over sports and in male sports. You've seen that, like, everyone's a big deal in male sports, and so for us to have the opportunity to be kind of the ringleaders as female sports and female athletes, I think none of us take that lightly, and it's something that's very special.
Lexi talked last week about, I mean, playing Wisconsin, trying not to treat it like too much, not make too big a deal, but how do you go about that for Friday, playing Penn State, another rival, with one of your big goals, winning the Big Ten on the line for that match? How do you go about treating it just like another match?
Yeah, I mean, it's all a mental mindset. If you're talking it up in your head, it's gonna be talked up in your head, you know. And so for us, it's just continuing to remind each other that it's another match. And I think the coaching staff does a really good job of that as well. Like, look, we play volleyball all the time. It's just another match. It's week 10 in the Big Ten. It doesn't matter who we're playing. And so just continuing to remind ourselves of that, but also, like, it is a big match, and so sometimes it can get to you, and I think that's just where the accountability piece comes in. We pretty much notice if someone's starting to struggle or get in their head or things like that, and so just trying to pull them out of it early so that it doesn't fester up into this big idea in our head, and so we don't look too far ahead. I think it's kind of a mental thing and accountability that comes along with it.
Any other questions for Mary? All right.
Thank you.